Hello everybody, welcome back to Ramblings of the South Stand, Conor, and your post-match reaction. Don't worry about that, that is a mattress. I know you're going to get loads of comments on that. But yeah, Leeds United with a 1-0 win away at Bolton. Yeah, not textbook, not a good performance at all. But, you know, you grind the win out. The CAM position, it's gaping, isn't it? It's gaping. And Lewis Baker, you don't, I feel like I've been harsh, but I don't want him in any other starting lineup apart from an FA Cup game. You know, you lot can slate me all you want. He ain't good enough. He's not good enough, and he doesn't grab the opportunity with both hands. Give me an opportunity to play in that CAM role, and I'd at least try. He just doesn't look arsed, and I think that was the problem with him at Borough. From speaking to a lot of Borough mates, his attitude wasn't there. And I think you might get that with a few big timers from Chelsea. So for me, he doesn't deserve another start. He's the 3 chances now, and he's not taken any of it with both hands really. So the issue is it's just the depth now, isn't it? But you know, we get the 1-0 win. The whole game changed when Jack Clarke came on. It was stagnant, shite in the first half. Probably the worst performance, worst half I've seen of Leeds. You know, you can dislike this all you want, but real talk, you know, we might get the win, but you've got to look at the sort of pattern of play, you know, and I thought first half, I thought Bolton were as good as us, and we grinded out another win. That's 5 wins in 5, brilliant from Leeds, top of the table, 6 points clear. That is fantastic. I'm not disputing that at all. I just think the performances, not performances, not plural, but the performance wasn't good enough. We started turning up the gear, but the big game changer once again is Jack Clarke, and he's who we turn to every time, isn't he? I was saying it to my brother, he's the man who changes everything. But I'm praying that Izzy Brown comes back pretty soon. I was a little bit untoward with Bielsa taking Roof off. I thought it'd have been nice to see Bamford and Roof up front, especially the fact that we weren't creating anything. If you'd have Bamford just off Roof or vice versa, I thought that'd have been quite a nice alternative. But hopefully he'll deploy that in the future instead of just taking off light for light. But it was a good substitution in the end, wasn't it? Bamford got the goal, cracking finish, and I thought he looked good when he came on. He gave Leeds a bit of a different dimension. The ball went up in the air a couple of times as well. Sometimes you need a plan B, and he is that plan B because he can win the headers. He's 6'2", and he's good on corners as well. I thought the one time Leeds changed up the corners a little bit, we actually got some joy. The ball came into Clarke, who I thought had a pretty poor game by his standards, but you know, he's played every single game, and he had a shot which was really well saved. But the corners, we had 8 or 9, and I think it's becoming a little bit of a problem for Leeds attacking set pieces, and the issue is it's because we don't have any tall players apart from Janssen. You know, we don't have that height and physicality in the squad, so it seems like corners are just wasted a little bit. But when we turned that up a little bit, when we went for the short corner, Leeds caused a bit of damage and we looked a little bit better. Once again, I don't think Phillips had his best game. This is what I mean, guys. I'm not just going to pull the wool over just because we got the win. It's a fantastic win, and I'm buzzing for it. Genuinely, I went nuts when that goal in. So that's fantastic. But I thought the performance was pretty poor. I thought our key players weren't really on it today. I thought Hernandez had a pretty decent game. I didn't think Clarke was there, but I'll give him a little bit of respite because he's been our best player this season, alongside the fact that he's pretty much played every single minute for Leeds. You can give him a little bit of a rest. But I thought maybe Clarke could have come off and Bamford could have come on. You know, swapping that and maybe going to a front 2. But Bielsa didn't do that, but it makes you wonder if he'll do that again. He said in his press conference afterwards that it's good to have him back and fighting fit, really, to have Bamford back and fighting fit. So Roof looked a bit disheartened with coming off, but I think he looked isolated, but I don't think it was his fault. I don't think there was much going through him today. I didn't think the channels were exploited that much, and he looked so isolated, that one. I think Leeds need to get the midfield players a lot closer to Roof, because I've seen it in the last couple of games really where he's sort of isolated. They need to get Clarke a little bit further forward. But yeah, for me, Baker doesn't start again, and maybe you push. I'd put Halme in. I think he's done definitely enough to start for Leeds. I think he looks good when he comes on as well. Very good on the floor, very good in the air. I'd put him on. I'd push Phillips into defensive midfield. I'd have Forshaw. I know him and Clarke are similar, but they have created chances. And I think with Bamford coming off the bench and Roof, you could even play both up front. That could be something that Bielsa deploys. But for me, you also have to start Clarke now. I've banged on the drum so many times. But the game changes when he comes on. Leeds were cutting inside, losing possession, was sloppy. But when he gets the ball, he's so mature beyond his years. He's quality, he's direct. The whole style changes. and he was causing Bolton problems which they hadn't had to endure before. They were comfortable. They were so comfortable. And second bottom, it's not good enough from Leeds United. But we grinded out the win. We got the win. 1-0. So yeah, we're top of the league for the next hour or two. 6 points clear, and there you go. That's what you get, isn't it? We grinded out the win. That's the quality a little bit with the Leeds squad, and you could tell when Bamford came on, Clarke came on. Bolton didn't really have any alternatives. They had Ostomer and they had Koiju came on, but they just weren't that good enough. Leeds brought quality on, and we've got to sort of derive the interest from Jack Clarke, because he is phenomenal. He is such a good player. But I think Leeds were quite lucky in the first half not to be punished. I thought it was sloppy. And I'm going to be real with you guys. It's fantastic that we've got the win. I'm buzzing for that. But it was sloppy. It was a crap performance. But we got the win in the end. March on together. Get in there, Leeds. And bring on the Villa. And I'll see you Leeds fans there.